It's just after 1 o'clock here in Austin.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are back on F1 2015 for another episode of our F1 2015 career mode here in Texas, USA today. And there are only 4 more races left, and I believe 4 of us are in the title fight still. We are leading the championship at the moment, which is really good. And if you didn't remember last season, Texas threw up a crazy race, which was awesome. Going out into qualifying now. I am sorry that it's been so long as well. I've been focusing on other things, just been mad busy. But I do want to turn the channel into an F1 channel and make it so that I'm uploading F1 a lot more often. But yeah, we're here in qualifying. I'll explain that in a bit, but here in qualifying now, about to start our lap. Option tyres, looks a bit overcast, maybe even a few drops of rain are coming down, so we need to set in our lap quickly. 7th gear down into 2nd for this uphill left-hander hairpin, which is turn 1. Now into the twisty turny section. This is one of my favourite sectors on the calendar, and I'm actually pretty good at it. It actually seems that I gain quite a lot of my pace through here. And we really need pole, because if we get to win this race, then we are looking very strong in the championship, with what will be 3 races to go. Anyway, down into this hairpin now, onto the long back straight. Not being the best corner, we haven't got the best exit. Ran wide a bit there, but that didn't cost us too much time. But we've set up for straight line speed quite a bit. This is our qualifying lap, lads, alright? It's been an alright lap so far. First sector is where we gained most of our time in practice, I believe. Now into another hairpin. Seemed alright. We've got a little bit of traffic up ahead. Hopefully they won't hold us up too much. Last sector now. We are purple in the 2nd sector, so this is going to be a good lap by the looks of things, as long as we can keep it together here. Rosberg has set the fastest lap. Now we're going through this long quad apex right-hander like turkey. I love that track, but it's not on the calendar anymore. Now the last 2 corners through the left-hander, 1 more corner to go. What is our lap time going to be? Rosberg has set a 1:41. What are we going to do? A 1:40.6, and we are going to bank on that. We are going to retire from the session. And that was good enough for pole by a second to Nico Rosberg. And then that was the gap to Vettel behind was actually another 1.5 seconds. So me and Rosberg looking very strong, but especially us, we're looking very, very strong compared to the rest of the field. Although, as you do know, we are a lot worse in the race than we are in qualifying normally. I wouldn't say worse, I'd just say we are stronger in the qualifying. But here we go for the start of the USA Grand Prix. It's been a bad start, and we have just been completely bogged down. I think it actually did that thing where it glitched and double shifts us, but we're going to try and go back down the inside of our Ferrari teammate Sebastian Vettel. Last race in Japan was absolutely epic. Hopefully this one can be too. Side by side with Hamilton, but we've just ran wide a bit. But he's just taken a very weird line through there, and we've capitalised on that. Up into P2, now Rosberg is next up. He wants to get back past him. Otherwise, he could be pulling away as our tyres wear off, because that's normally what happens in these races. So I'm desperate to try and get back past Nico Rosberg. By the way, this race and the next one was not scripted at all. So, yeah, this should be going down to just driving skill and stuff like that compared to the AI. But we've got Rosberg up next. We're trying as hard as I can to push this opening lap so we don't let Rosberg get away, and we're in his slipstream, and we're going to have to try and have a look. And we're thinking about the outside, but we've gone down the inside now, but he's got us back past in this next hairpin, so we're having a great ding-dong right now. And are we going to try and go back down the inside? He shuts the door. I am pushing like crazy right now, because I know that if I don't get past Rosberg soon, our tyres will start to go off, and then he will most likely pull away. As you can see, I ran a bit wide there, and we touch, and that slows him down, but we're going to let him back pass. We want it to be clean. So yeah, this is a great ding-dong so far, and Hamilton was there, and we spun Hamilton! As we turn onto the apex, Hamilton has to tries to look down our inside, and we actually shut the door as we're already going onto the apex. I did not know he was there. And then as you can see, he just tries to go down on the inside when we're at the apex, and he actually ends up spinning. So crazy scenes right here, and it's only the first or second lap, and yeah, let's just look on board Hamilton. As you can see, we're just taking a bit of a wide line. He does see a gap. I call that a racing incident. I really did not know it was there, and then look, he gets kind of a bit stuck there as well. So crazy scenes. Lewis Hamilton, he's been plagued with incidents, so he's not really in the title fight compared with me and Rosberg. But this was me trying to get past Rosberg now, and this was how I did it. Got a lovely move there, set myself up from a while back, and we managed to go down his inside. So that was a really nice move. We'll look at it from the external camera shot as well. As you can see, just getting a run on him, setting up from like 4 corners back, so we can get a run down his inside, and that was how we got past Rosberg for the lead of the USA Grand Prix. And now on lap 3, Rosberg and Vettel going back past us. I'm desperately trying to keep these guys behind me so that their tyres wear a bit more, trying to get past me and being in the dirty air, because tyre wear seems to be like my downfall so far in its career mode. But yeah, now cutting on to lap 3, as you can see, Rosberg is quite far back. But he's got a mad run on us. He's got a mad run, and he's just flown past us. And we're going to try and dive it down, and it's inside again. We run a bit right. He tries to do cutback, and he hits us. He knocks us off. I mean, he hits us off the track. And now Vettel's got past us as well. But we are in the double slipstream. We're going to have to do some sort of moves, because we cannot let these guys get ahead of us. We tried to dive one. We got both of them, but we've completely gone way too deep. And Rosberg is going to get back past us momentarily. We went way too deep. I had the inside, and I am not giving up the places for these guys, because I know that my race pace is not as good as my qualifying pace, and neither is my tyre wear. As you can see, my tyres are already yellow, so I can't let Rosberg get past. As you can see, he goes down on our inside, but we get him back around the outside. Great stuff right here. And he's trying to have a look down our inside, but no, he won't get it. So yeah, we're having a great ding-dong, and it's only lap 3 here. Now cutting on to lap 7. We're still coming under pressure from a whole train of cars, so this is very exciting stuff. As you can see, Vettel has gone down our inside now. He's found a way to slip through. Bottas is right on our tail as well, so we are coming under a load of pressure. We're going to try and go down on the inside of our teammate. He runs a bit wide, and we have got him back. Now Rosberg is back on our tail, so yeah, it's just constant defending right here, and it's kind of slowing both our cars down, but I cannot let them get ahead of me. As you can see, Rosberg has gone down our inside. We're going to try and go down the inside into this corner, and he spun us! Nico Rosberg has spun us out of the lead of the American Grand Prix. Let's just watch this on the replay. So yeah, as you can see, and then Vettel goes and hits Rosberg as well. We were just trying to look down the inside. Rosberg turns across, similar to what we did to Hamilton. Let me know in the comments whose fault you think that was. Let's just look on board Rosberg. Okay, so look, he goes down our inside, and as you can see, yeah, he sees this in his mirror, and then I don't know, and then Vettel hits him as well. Rosberg comes into the pits, but we have been taken out of the lead of the American Grand Prix, more importantly. Now we're going to have to battle our way back up, and we are actually coming into the pits, but I didn't realise, because Vettel had hit Rosberg, he had damaged his front wing, so Vettel has come into the pits too. And do you know what that means, guys? That means we're going to be stacked at the stops, and we're going to be double stopping. And we're going to lose a load of time here. As you can see, Vettel is there, being held up. That's about 4 or 5 seconds already. And then this pit stop, it's just a weird glitch where they take ages to service you if something like that happens. And look, 8-second pit stop. So that is a pretty nightmare start to the Texas Grand Prix. Oh, the drama's been kicking off already, lads. So yeah, we're down in P17. We're going to have to make our way back up through the field as fast as we possibly can, down the inside of Verstappen. And we're going to get the toe of all time right here. Straightlinespeed.com, alright? As you can see, there's about a train of 7 or 8 cars like right in front of us, and we're going to dive bomb 2 of them. We're going to get Maldonado's too. We have to cut across the track a bit, otherwise we would just hit him. But now Perez is there, and we're going to go round the outside of him, are we? Yes, we are. That's a lovely move. Next up is Grosjean, and then Will Stevens in 10th place. Get in there, son. We're going to have to try and get past these 2 as well. But it's all kicked off in the first few laps of the American Grand Prix. Down the inside now. Can we get both of them? Yes, we can. I was mad. I was like pushing as hard as I can. I was flying back up into the points, but it's going to have to be quite a comeback if we want to get anywhere near points in this, any decent points in this race, or even winning the race. It's going to be quite a fight that we have to do to get back up to where we were. Down the inside of Jenson Button. It's going to be a comeback against all odds now. Down the inside of Sainz as well. Working our way up the field as fast as we possibly can. And yeah, there was actually a Red Bull going solid. Sorry about the footage freezing, I just did that for some reason. But the Red Bull was actually going solid, and that's because he was coming out of the pit lane. So yeah, now we're going to get down the inside of the Red Bull and Felipe Massa. So we're already back up into 6th place. Ricciardo is next, and we can see a whole train of 3 cars, including our teammate. So this is very important. As long as we can beat Vettel and Rosberg, that's what I'm aiming for. It might be hard because Rosberg's in first, but they are our main championship rivals at the moment. Now, Daniel Ricciardo, we're going to go down inside, are we? We make contact, and we're going to stick it round the outside. And that is a great move. Round the outside of Ricciardo. Sorry about my footage freezing when I try and do flashback. That was slightly strange, but yeah. That was a nice move. Look at more the helicopter shot. Setting ourselves up from a mile back. We do a little drift because we touch him, and then we have to stick it round the outside. That was a great move, and now we are up into P5. And now cutting on to lap 13. People are in the pits, although yeah, look, they're in the pits because they put on a set of options. So if we can stretch this out long enough, where are we going to rejoin actually? In first place, right? So we are either effectively a whole pit stop behind them, or effectively in first, because if we can stretch out these prime tyres long enough, then we might get away with only doing 1 more pit stop. However, we might have to come in for an emergency pit stop towards the end of the race because our tyres have gone. So it's going to be a mad risk. Our tyres will be dead by the end of the race, but I'm going to try and push because that's our best chance of winning this race. So it's really anyone's game at the moment. Literally. I could win this out of nowhere, but like, the last American Grand Prix was crazy as well, when we had that safety car period, and then I was all the way dead last by miles, and then somehow I ended up first. We've done the same thing, lads. We're all the way down in 10th, and now somehow we've ended up first, and we've taken out Rosberg. What? We move across to cover him, I think, and then he's already alongside us, so we just clip him. Let's watch from board Rosberg. And then he slams into the wall. He's going to have to do a whole lap without his front wing. Jesus. And that was a violent crash. Look how many times he span. What a crazy race so far, right? So, yeah, Rosberg. Surely he's going to be out of the running for the lead of the race. And this is going to really harm him in the championship. I think I was just moving across to cover him. But, wow. Wow, but yeah, out of nowhere for the last 2 American Grand Prix, they've both been crazy, and from out of nowhere, we've somehow managed to go from a position of thinking it was hopeless and having like no points and nothing, to rejoining him first. It's just crazy. What is? And it's like a deja vu of what happened last season. So was it in Suzuka. I'm gonna spoil it now, where we did that outside overtake on Hamilton for the lead of the race on the final lap. We did that 2 seasons in a row, and we've looking like we're doing a good comeback for 2 seasons in a row here. We're gonna have to do 10 laps on this last set of prime tyres. We have rejoined in P3, but I believe they'll have to make a pit stop. So if we can make our tyres last, we are looking good for the race win, lads. And this This could be pretty epic from out of nowhere. We could be looking at the race win. Now on lap 20. They're in the pits. We are past them and we are into P1 of the American Grand Prix. There's no more we have to do now other than look after our tyres and bring the car home. If we can do that, we are looking for a commanding lead in the championship. But now on the last lap, we have been spun. Oh my God! What has just happened? Huge crash. As you can see, we were just driving and then Maldonado's there. We just turn across him and he just takes us out and we spin. And then the man collects us and we go flying. On the last lap. 1 sector to go. Bottas is down the straight already, so it's going to be incredibly close. Bottas and a Red Bull are right there, but we need to look on the man. Alright, we're going to look on board Maldonado. So as you can see, he's there, and then we just touch, and then we spin, and it's just going down. Boom! Oh my God, we went flying. We have no front wing. We're going to have to drive the last sector without a front wing. As you can see, we're there. We make slight contact there, and it spins us, and he turns across us. Oh my God. So it's all kicked off. It's been a crazy race already, but now this is the last sector now. We're going to have to just try and desperately hold off Valtteri Bottas. He was so close to us. We have been taken out by Crash de Maldonado himself, the back marker. And that was a massive crash. We get collected by the manor and just go fly. We got no front wing. We're just going to hold it. Oh, I literally don't know how this is going to go. Once again, it's deja vu. Going down to the last lap. Last on edge race ending. Bottas is right behind us. We just have to defend for one more corner. I seriously don't know who is going to win this. As we are coming across the line, Bottas is right behind us, but we are going to come home to win in America. So there we have it. The results of yet again a crazy American Grand Prix, winning by less than a second to Valtteri Bottas. It's a finish 1-2. And Nico Rosberg was down in 14th, so he didn't score any points. He actually got a penalty for that incident we did, which I think was a bit harsh, but what a crazy ending to the race, guys. Absolutely crazy, and we have extended our lead by 25 points over Nico Rosberg, our main championship contender. But what a crazy finish. It was crazy all through the race, and then on the last lap, when we're looking like we're going to win the race easily, we just get taken out and sent to, like, absolutely sent to Neptune. What a crazy finish. In the Drivers' Championship, we are 33 points ahead of Nico Rosberg. And I believe next race we have the chance to win the championship, although it's incredibly unlikely. But we are looking very good in the World Championship, guys. Although it's not over yet, anything could happen in Formula 1, as you all should know that. But what a crazy race. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like on it and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see you then, guys. Bye.